Agile and Waterfall project management, choosing the right approach. Have you ever wondered why some projects stick to a rigid plan while others evolve and adapt on the fly? It all comes down to the project management approach, and the two most popular ones are Waterfall and Agile. Let's break them down and figure out which one's right for you. Waterfall project management, the traditional approach. Waterfall is like following a recipe, step by step, no skipping ahead. Everything is planned 100% upfront before any work begins. The key features are clear stages, planning, execution, and followed by testing, always in that order. Minimal changes. Once execution starts, changes require formal approval. Defined dependencies. Tasks are strictly sequenced and estimated. When to use Waterfall? You have well-defined requirements that won't change. The project has strict dependencies, like construction or manufacturing. Cost control and predictable timelines are a priority. But here's the catch. Waterfall lacks flexibility. If things change mid-project, it can lead to delays and extra costs. Agile project management, the flexible approach. Agile is more like building a puzzle without seeing the final picture. You figure it out as you go. The key features are iterative development. Work happens in small cycles, iterations. Flexible planning. The scope can change anytime to add more value. Real-time collaboration. Teams and clients work closely together. And lastly, frequent demos. Progress is reviewed often to stay on track. When to use Agile? You might use Agile as requirements are likely to evolve, like software development. When you need continuous feedback from users. Quick adaptation is essential for success. With Agile, clients validate outputs at every step, ensuring the final product meets expectations. Waterfall versus Agile. Which one's right for you? Waterfall is more high in predictability, structure, and detailed planning. Meanwhile, Agile is good in flexibility, speed, and continuous improvement. The best choice depends on your project's needs, complexity, and how adaptable you need to be. Waterfall project management, a structured, predictable approach. Waterfall follows a sequential, step-by-step process where everything is planned before execution begins. These are the key features of Waterfall. First, Waterfall performs predefined sequence. Every stage follows a fixed order. Clear dependencies. Tasks are planned in advance with little room for change. Predictable output. The final product is delivered at the end of the project. Strict scope budget. Requirements are set early to minimize disruptions. Waterfall is ideal for projects where clarity, structure, and predictability are critical. Agile project management, a flexible, adaptive approach. Different from Waterfall, Agile takes an iterative, cycle-based approach, allowing teams to adapt as they go. Here are the key features of Agile. A step-by-step execution. Agile is best when the product is built in small increments. Evolving requirements. Make sure the planning is ongoing, adjusting to new insights. Flexibility in scope. Changes are welcome as the project develops. Customer-centric, the focus is on delivering value early and often. Agile is perfect for projects that require flexibility and fast adaptation. Agile versus Waterfall, the final showdown. When it comes to project management, two heavyweight champions dominate the ring: Agile and Waterfall. Let's break it down. When handling uncertainty, Agile works best in projects with high uncertainty. Waterfall is best when everything's clearly defined. In scope requirements, Waterfall works best with fixed requirements, which means the scope is well defined from the start. Meanwhile, Agile shines when requirements evolve and expected to change. Next, let's talk about time budget. Waterfall is better for strict time and budget constraints, and Agile is more suitable when flexibility in budget and timelines is needed. Which projects suit each method? Now you might have a question in mind. Which projects suit those method? Projects that benefit from Agile includes software development, product innovation, research development, content creation, and customizable client projects. How about the projects best for Waterfall? It includes construction projects, government projects, and any project with a strict step-by-step process. Hybrid approach, the best of both worlds? Someone as smart as you must have thought of this. What if we pick both? Some teams combine Agile and Waterfall by using a hybrid approach. For example, core project elements follow a strict Waterfall plan, while specific tasks are executed in Agile sprints. This approach can maximize its predictability while maintaining flexibility. Here are the examples of hybrid in action. In software-hardware development, hardware follows Waterfall, while software is developed using Agile. In enterprise projects, initial research planning use Waterfall, but feature development happens in Agile sprints. The last example will be the marketing campaigns, where the high-level strategy is Waterfall, while content creation and A/B testing use Agile. Which one should you choose? If you need structure and control, Waterfall. If flexibility and adaptability are key, Agile. If you need both, a hybrid approach may be the great answer.